Welcome to Dr. Rotz's laboratory. The name is Dr. Rotz. And as always, I'm joined by my assistant, Larry. Hello. And our house band, Dead Cassette. On this episode, we're going to be talking about The Strangers, Pray at Night, the 2018 sequel to the popular home invasion movie. Let's hobble over to Dead Cassette for a quick synopsis of the film.
A family in desperate need for some bonding goes on a road trip to visit relatives. Only they'll be visited by strangers and death.
Thank you, Dead Cassette. The Strangers Pray at Night was directed by Johan Roberts and stars Christina Hendricks and that annoying girl from that R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour episode. Anyways, we'll just call her Bobo Katie Holmes. So, how do you follow up a solid home invasion movie with a mediocre slasher, void of character development, where asinine decisions are made one after the other, and fighting for your life means absolutely nothing? I'm not saying I hated the movie, I'm just saying that I wish I was a stranger to this film. On the good side of things, it's nice to see the gang back together again. There are some decent moments of suspense and tension, the pool scene in particular, which I won't get into here. And there are some nice kills in the movie, though the kills aren't nice enough alone to warrant watching this one. Now let's hobble back on over to Larry to hear his take on this one.
The Strangers Pray at Night is about a ragtag group of friends that likes to prank families by killing them.
Now it's time for a little segment that I like to call Brain Matter, where I fill your head full of useless information about the movie. But really, it's just 3 facts.
No.
1. Before the script was rewritten, Liv Tyler's character was to make an appearance in the opening scene, only to be killed off. 2. The man in the mask is the only killer without a line of dialogue. 3. The director admitted to not liking slasher or home invasion movies. Now we're gonna limp back over to Larry for a new segment called Larry's One-Liner, where the title doesn't actually mean what the segment is, but you'll get the point. Also, I didn't feel like creating an elaborate title sequence, so you can just stare at Larry's face while I throw some text on the screen. Here we go!
Larry's One-Liner.
What is the best way to hunt a bear? With your clothes off.
And finally, for a little segment that I like to call Toe Tags, where I read to you actual taglines for the film. There was only one tagline for The Strangers Pray at Night, so I took the liberty and created my own. Let's see if you can tell which is which. Let us pray. If a stranger comes a-knocking, don't answer. The time has come for my final thoughts on The Strangers Pray at Night. This movie does not do what the first movie did, which is be a good movie. With a runtime of 85 minutes, it might be worth a watch if you just want to see the gang back on the screen again. But if you want to see this group of slashers in a double feature, I highly recommend watching the first one twice to make up for the all-too routine slasher that is The Strangers Pray at Night. On the boobie scale, this movie gets a 1. There are no bare boobs in this movie. So, you may ask yourself, Dr. Rotz, why did you give this movie a 1 instead of a 0? And I'll tell you why. 2 words, Christina Hendricks. On the violence scale, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. There were some above average death scenes in this one that might have some people talking. And overall, I'm going to give The Strangers Pray at Night a 5.5 out of 10. Crazy people in masks stalking unsuspecting victims. Why? Because they can. That's all the time we have for this episode. Be sure to become a patient by subscribing to the page to get your dose of Dr. Rotz. Until next time, good night, good fright. Be careful what lurks when you turn out the lights.